Let's talk about all the games happened on February 8th, 2023. Let's talk about each game. All right, the first game is Detroit Pistons lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers 85-113. Shouldn't be a surprise. And Caden Hayes, would you look at that? Back in the starting lineup, getting 30 minutes. He was close to a drop. He was getting like 20 minutes. Now his minutes is back up again. So now he becomes a hold. And God knows what's going to happen on the trade deadline. We still have, today to go through. And KD got traded to the Suns last night as well. That move, I checked the odds. Right now, the Suns are third behind the Bucks and the Celtics. In the West, Mavericks added Kyrie, Phoenix Suns added KD. All of a sudden, they become a lot stronger. In the East, really, it's just the three teams: the Sixers, the Bucks, and the Celtics. The West is really, really open. Anyways, Kalen Hayes, if Alec Burks gets traded, Kalen Hayes might get even more minutes. He had four personal fouls. If it wasn't for that, he would have cracked 30. Jaden Ivey had 5 fouls. Sure, we could hold him, but his efficiency is a big issue. And Jalen Doran only played 27, while Isaiah Stewart has been getting a lot of minutes. Isaiah Stewart could be a streamer as well. Bogdanovich, 15 points. Is he going to get traded? We'll find out. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Donovan was out. It didn't matter. They still won by around 28 points. Karis LeVert started, played okay. Both guards were out. So Allen and Mobley, took a few more shots, but it didn't really matter. Allen grabbed 9 offensive rebounds. Let's go to the next game. The Charlotte Hornets lost to the Wizards 104-118. Wizards got Bradley Beal back. Charlotte Hornets got the full squad, but they're not going anywhere this year. LaMelo hit 4 threes. That's great. Not much else. Terry Rozier, same thing. Had 2 steals, which is nice. But this year, again, his efficiency is in the gutter. Mason Plumlee had 31 minutes, had 10 points and 7 rebounds. And PJ Washington had a great game, 3 steals and 2 blocks. That's why we have this guy on our team. He provides a lot of defensive stats. His field goal is insanely bad. But he does also take a lot of threes. Gordon Hayward played okay. He's not a must roster. He's the type of guy in the playoffs, in category leagues. You got to think about dropping and, win the categories. He doesn't help you anywhere. Unless all the categories are kind of close, he should be the first guy to drop. For the Wizards, Bradley Beal is back. They missed so many games this year. Dino Wright, started, had 30 minutes. Sure, if Monty Morris continues to be out, he's the guy we want to have. 10 assists and steal with 6 rebounds. He's actually a must roster. Could be a top 30, 40 player playing 30 minutes a night. Bradley Beal, great. 1 steal and 3 blocks, but just need to stay healthy. Daniel Gafford had a steal and 3 blocks. Yeah, he's also, given the minutes, he's a must roster as well. Kristaps Porzingis continues to play super well, and with Kyle Kuzma out, Danny Advia is the guy we want to have. Grab 13 rebounds, hit 3 threes. The next game, the Sixers beat Philly. This is a low-scoring game, 99-106. Joel Embiid only 28 points. Harden with 26 and 11 assists with 3 threes. D'Anthony Melton had 33 points. It's really, really disappointing to see Tyrese Maxey coming back from an injury, coming off the bench now and only getting 22 minutes. I wonder if that's going to change. For now, D'Anthony Melton is a must roster. Just continue to ride it out. Hit 2 threes and a steal this game. Tobias Harris also had a pretty really bad game. But the main thing with Sixers right now is, when is Tyrese Maxey going to start? And when that happens, D'Anthony Melton could just become a streamer. Not much else going on. For the Celtics, Jaylen Brown played 17 minutes. Why? Is he... Tatum had a pretty horrible game offensively, but contributing in the other areas. He had 9 assists. Oh, Jaylen Brown, facial fracture. Okay, that's pretty bad. So now Brogdon become a must roster the next couple of weeks. Derek White, if you haven't had him already, you gotta have him. And Robert Williams and Al Horford out, Blake Griffin made 5 threes. This Celtics team is just really deep and really good. Um, Now that KD also moved to the East, I don't think that's what's going to beat the Celtics. It was a really bad matchup for them. But now Suns they are a real serious contender. They're the favorite in the West actually at the moment to go to the NBA Finals. Um, okay, let's go to the next game. The Miami Heat beat the Pacers. I mean, these two teams they really have no. What is the Heat doing? I thought they're gonna make some moves. For the Pacers, Buddy Hield really great. Buddy Hield has been amazing this year. 6 threes, a steal and a block, 29 points. Aaron Nesmith could be a streamer, had 6 fouls in played 30 minutes, and Miles Turner made his free throws 10 for 11. That's great. 21 points. Tyrese Halliburton kind of, I think, coming back from the injury, he hasn't really put up big games. So far, it's been okay, but maybe give him some time. And Andrew Nahar and Benedict Mathurin, yeah, I mean, these guys, do you really want to stream them at this point? Should be better options out here. And TJ McConnell, he's just so good in fantasy. 27 minutes with 18 points, really good efficiency, 6 assists. For the Heat, Jimmy Butler, as long as he's playing, we can't complain too much. Bam this year really improved his offensive game, I think. 14 for 14 from the free throw line as well, 38 points. That's got to be a season high. And they need it for them to win. Tyler Hero had 15 points and a 3. And where is Kyle Lowry? He continues to be out. And when he does play, it's really disappointing. Gabe Vincent played all right, had 3 threes. He's a must stream with Kyle Lowry out. But Kyle Lowry has been disappointing. At least we kind of expect the assist, some threes, and some steals. First of all, he missed too many games this year as well. Let's see how many games he played this year. He's a 97th ranked player. Oh, well, he didn't miss that many games. He played 44 games. Maybe missed 20% of the games. But he's only averaging 5.3 assists. That's the disappointing part, and only 2 threes. So when he does come back, that's the question in the playoffs. Unless you need the assist, if you need some big man stats and some efficiency, I think he's the guy that you could let go. For the Spurs, also, they played each other, Spurs and Raptors, and Pirtle got traded after the game, which is interesting. So Pirtle is back to Toronto. Does that mean Zach Collins going to get more minutes? Possibly. Actually, I need to. Also, they had Precious Achua. So I don't know how Spurs who they're gonna play at the center and how many minutes. It could be a minute split between Collins, Achua, and who knows. Isaiah Roby might get a few minutes. I mean, we don't know. We'll have to see. But nobody's really a must watch. Nobody's going to come in and play 30-plus minutes. Keldon Johnson is the only guy, I think, can get consistent 30-plus minutes on this team. Played okay, had 22 points. But everybody else, like, Josh Richardson, now he gets 30. Sure, we could have him, but in the next 2 weeks, he could just go back playing 25. This is a good game by him, by the way. 1 steal and 3 blocks, but they have absolutely nothing to play for. For the Toronto Raptors, Precious Achua got traded. They got back Pirtle. But I think they kind of need more spacing. If Pirtle going to play major minutes, Siakam is not going to operate that well around the basket. So we'll see how the minutes going to go. Siakam had a huge game, by the way. 37 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Great stuff. And OG is going to be back eventually. Scotty played okay, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Gary Trent, Fred VanVleet, both struggled from the field. I mean, they shoot 30%. That's actually kind of normal for them. Both provided the steals, which is great. Chris Boucher came in, had 3 steals and 3 blocks, 18 points. But with Pirtle back, I don't think we need to worry about Boucher too much. He's going to get bulk of the minutes. The next game, the Kings and the Rockets. The Kings beat Rockets 130-128. The Kings are doing all right, but hey man, if they play by the looks of it, right? The Kings right now the 3rd seed. In the first round, they might play Clippers. They might play the Suns. They might play the Pelicans. I mean, no easy task. They might even play the Warriors. Who knows? And both Mavericks and Suns, they just got a major superstar. Although KD is miles ahead of uh, Kyrie. If we're really talking about the odds, it barely moved Mavericks championship odds, but KD moved to the Suns. I think now they become the third favorite. Keegan Murray, after the great game the other night, had just 10 points. Sabonis 22 and 9, great. De'Aaron Fox played really, really well. Um, he deserved to be an All-Star. I think same thing with Sabonis, given their record and how well they've been playing. Harrison Barnes had 16 points and nothing else. Not fantasy, not a must roster. As we said many times, the only guy on this team that we could stream, well, Harrison Barnes we could stream, and then Malik Monk, another decent game with 17 points and 3 threes, and added 2 steals as well. For the Rockets, Kenyon Martin Jr., he's been getting a lot of minutes. So if he's still available in your league, go pick him up. The defensive stat hasn't racked up yet, but this is a good start. Jabari Smith had 2 blocks. Şengün, very well rounded game. Almost another triple-double. Had 11 assists, 9 rebounds, a steal and a block, and 18 points. This is just a really pretty line. And Jalen Green, of course, played super well, 41 points and 6 threes. Hopefully, this is around the time last year he started playing better. So, and Kevin Porter Jr. is also out, so maybe he put up a couple nice games together because he's been pretty bad all year. Eric Gordon had 9 points, and Jason Tate added 16 points with 25 minutes. He's not really fantasy relevant. On this team right now, Kenyon Martin Jr. is a must roster. Let's go to the next game. Okay. The Timberwolves and the Utah Jazz, they were also involved in a 3-team trade last night, yesterday, and they traded D'Lo. So D'Lo didn't play, and Jalen Noel is interesting. He played 29 minutes, and he's a guy that we should consider adding. 30 points. So who is going to be the point guard on this team? I'm not 100% sure. Who did Timberwolves get back? Oh, no. Mike Conley's coming here, so never mind. He's just going to take the point guard. Mike Conley's a better fit than D'Lo for sure. So I think Timberwolves get better. And D'Lo going to Lakers is also pretty good. They kind of need all his skill set. A guard that can... obviously, his usage might come down a little bit, and the assist numbers especially. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Anthony Edwards, great, 31 points. And I think Mike Conley coming here also is going to help this team. So Anthony Edwards should have put up better numbers also. Naz Reid, he's a guy we stream as long as Gobert is out. Jaden McDaniels had 24 minutes with some foul trouble. Also, this game, Kyle Anderson is out. And when is Cat coming back? He's been out for so long. For the Jazz, well, they traded away Mike Conley. That means Colin Sexton is going to get some major minutes. And they got Russell Westbrook, right? So they're going to buy him out. They got a lot of cap space, which is great. Jordan Clarkson had just 8 points. It's okay. He bounced back. But Colin Sexton, if he's available, go grab him. Also, Malik Beasley is out. Got traded as well. So maybe Taylor Horton Tucker can get a few minutes. We'll see. And also Vanderbilt got traded. So that just, it doesn't change too much. Kessler was already a must roster, so that means he might get a few extra minutes. He's really going to be a beast in the playoffs. With 3 steals and a block, he's going to be really, really good. Kelly Olynyk had 14 points. That's it. He also needs to be rostered with all the guys getting traded. Like his role on this team just got more secure. Lauren Markkinen had 21 points, and this game wasn't close. That's why the minutes is kind of low. Let's go to the next. Weird things happen. The Timberwolves beat Jazz at home by 25 points after D'Lo gets traded. The next game, the Mavericks, without Luka, Kyrie's first game, played all right. 24 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds, and a steal and a block. And the Dallas and Suns, right now they're playing each other in the first round. They just added more drama, right? They have their rivalry going on. Tim Hardaway Jr., Reggie Bullock, I think these 2 guys, after Finney Smith gets traded, and Dinwiddie, I think rest of the way, they kind of could be like must rosters. We'll see. I like Tim Hardaway Jr. more just because, offensively he shoots more threes. But we'll see the minutes, how the minute distributes when Luka comes back. Christian Wood, now only gets 17 minutes. With Kyrie there, they don't need him to offensively. They don't need to. They don't need to him give that many minutes now. So maybe Kyrie coming here hurt Christian Wood because he was playing super well. We'll see what happens when Luka comes back. And also, Christian Wood was hurt, so maybe need him a few games to ramp up. But look at the minutes. Josh Green 40 minutes. He could also be a streamer on this team. Reggie Bullock 41 minutes. My God, these are heavy minutes. And a great win. Clippers, Kawhi and Paul George didn't play. None of them played particularly well. Kawhi only took 12 shots. Paul George struggled from the field. Zubac grabbed 10 rebounds. Terrence Mann out of nowhere had 21 points with 35 minutes, but Norman Powell is the guy that we want to grab at the moment. He's been really hot the last couple games, and he could continue put up some numbers. 17, 18 points with 2 threes and with good efficiency on this team is doable in around 30 minutes a night. Last game of the night, Portland beat the Warriors 122-125. Without Curry for the next 3-4 weeks, Jordan Poole is going to have a good time. And he did. Mainly the scoring, right? 38 points and 7 threes. Not much else. But yeah, Jordan Poole finds himself in just another great situation. I think if Curry is playing, he's in the playoffs, he's a guy that you can probably drop because the scoring is kind of inconsistent. The minutes is inconsistent. Doesn't really offer anything else other than points and threes, right? And this year, free throws are okay, but not as good as last year's. Clay also going to have a good time. He took 19 threes, hit 7 of them, 31 points. Clay is also going to have a big, depend on when Curry comes back. If Curry comes back in 3 weeks, then it's around the time playoff starts. Draymond Green had 7 assists. Could have been better. But Draymond plays better when Curry is around. And Andrew Wiggins had 18 points and 10 rebounds with 4 steals. That's pretty good. For the Portland Trailblazers, yeah, Drew Eubanks is kind of disappointing. Only played 17 minutes, but this game was against the Warriors. But he's a guy that you could drop when Nurkic comes back anyway. But for now, I think he's still a hold. Damian Lillard had 33 points, a triple-double, 11 assists. Damian Lillard has been amazing lately. 16 for 16 from the free throw line. But meanwhile, all the other teams got better. Damian Lillard didn't get any help. So, Anthony Simon hit 2 threes, 3 steals and a block, 6 assists. That's okay. Jeremy Grant played 40 minutes, but no trades as of now for them. Gary Payton played 22. Interesting. Oh, yes. Josh Hart got traded. Who did they trade for? Josh Hart got traded mid-game. He was warming up and, Cam Reddish. I don't think we need to worry too much about Cam Reddish for now. And that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.